Okay, we've got the first sensor on the Alpha 5 clock. We've got a Hall effect sensor here, a magnet on a rotating spindle. It's wired into the free I/O port. Reads it on a pin change interrupt. Let's see how it works. So power on the clock. No counts, starts at 0, so you can see that as the magnet comes by, we get one count for each pass. This is a real simple program here. This code just updates once per second, regardless of how many times it goes around per second. And all this does is count. So see, when it's running pretty slowly, it goes slow. And I speed that up. That's about as fast as it's going to go. And then back down. Magnet's just stuck on there. Remember, the south pole is what makes it count. Okay, let's take a tour of this. We've got a Hall effect sensor stuck into this pin. It's got a little hot glue, black on the south sensitive side. This is just a piece of 4-wire stranded telephone cord. And this is the cable that comes out of the back of the clock. I've got this red and green cable is power and ground. It's coming from the in-circuit programming header. We'll also use that header for Wi-Fi if we get there. Then here's the header that you soldered the pins onto. And I did a little bit more research. Turns out there's a couple more. You may not be able to see them on the video very well here. There's another one down in here. It looks like PB4 and I believe PD4. 2 more digital inputs. Probably no real use for them. Over here, there's the programming header. And at the other end, this is a second serial port. We can read a serial sensor on there. Possibly use that to read a barcode reader also. That's pretty much all there is to it. We've got this white wire. I made the analog input. There's one analog available. Made that white to be easy to identify. We can measure things like temperature if we need to through there, or some other analog value like a position of a pot or a knob. That is the connector with the simplest demo code that reads a Hall effect sensor. So another thing to count is this thing that you sent. I'm thinking that should be able to read this on this drill motor too, since that will pass through. I'll probably cover up that slot. We'll do that too. Next things that need to happen, we need to have a private GitHub repo so I can put this test code in so that we can always have a good place to get back to some simple code when we can't figure out what's going on. And then we can evolve how the counters reset, how responsive the rate is, and all that jazz.